Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the breakdown of the shoulder workout. If I hear anyone complaining about an injury in the gym over the last 15 years that I've been training, majority of the time they're complaining about a shoulder or rotator cuff injury, so I take that very serious and we're always going to make sure we're warming up a lot before we train shoulders. You can see we're starting with Arnold Press, supersetted here with some shrugs. No real key tips on Arnold Press. The way you see the movement performed by myself now I think is pretty 10 out of 10 form. On shrugs, however, I've learned that I actually get a better pump kind of the lighter I go, and you can always test this by doing a air weight shrug just with your body weight. And if you don't feel a similar contraction to when you pick up the weights, you're definitely doing something wrong. Next, we are picking up the dual cables for some side lateral raises. I was training these with dumbbells throughout the years, but I've made significant shoulder gains when training them with the cable because the tension's just kind of always there. When you fight gravity with the dumbbells, you don't necessarily get as much pull as when you're using the cables. Important note on these as well, I try to go super heavy on these, so I fatigue, I rest, take a moment to breathe, and then I try to get 2 to 3 more reps out from there. Taking a slight pause not only prevents injuries, but allows me to get a couple extra reps where I can, which is always exciting. This is a newer movement to me, but I feel like I have made the best rear delt gains with this out of any movement I have training rear delts in the past. Important thing on this one is you'll see the bar just goes below my eye level or neck level, and if you look at my rear delt, it's like almost tense for the entire set. I believe I rest here in just a moment and watch how the tension. Boom. No more tension on that rear delt. So if you can try to fight the total down rest period, I would recommend that. Of course, we're not going to train to kill our bodies here, so I rested for a couple beats there, and now I grab 1 or 2 extra reps. Barbell military press as the ender. These are fantastic because as you see on my next rep here, I get my legs involved. Boom, push up and explode a little more. This can help you kind of, quote, cheat reps while also still maintaining a fantastic form. Again, not too much to explain on this one, except at the very top there, I am trying to squeeze for 1 beat. We failed, which is great. Look where my waist is in reference to this bar. This is very important. That slight pelvic tilt, if breathing correctly, is going to allow you to get an insane contraction at the very top of this movement, which is going to allow you to target specifically your 6th and 8th layer of your abs, those very, very bottom, pesky, tricky layers. Then I move immediately into windshield wipers. Great for the obliques, self-explanatory. I try to do 10 by 10 reps for 4 rounds on this. Then we'll go into a weighted plank, ideally 3 sets if you can. I think I did 2 today, and then we'll end that with some weighted crunches. All in all, rip this for a 4 by 4 by 4, 12 sets total. You can't not have abs.